Right. So we were all prepped. It takes a lot of work when you're 4 years old to get ready for an audition. And
Sure.
it takes a mother or a parent who actually gives a care.
Yeah. Nice save.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
work.
And you know, my mom
So how'd it
did
go?
give a care.
It was your first audition. How'd it go?
I go in, and the casting director says one fatal word to me.
Uh-oh.
Action.
Oh, I thought it was you're too old for this.
And I didn't know what the word action meant in the context.
So what happened?
So I just kind of sat, like, I mean, for the YouTube viewers here, I kind of
Oh,
sat
you didn't
there,
know it meant go.
like, just, like, eyes wide open, like,
Right.
Gotcha.
And they poked you with a big stick from their desk. Do something.
do stuff, now.
Right?
Act, kid.
Act.
Yeah.
Indeed.
How vivid.
But that was
do
your
you
first
remember that?
one. How were you supposed to know? Well,
I don't
it wasn't
know,
that
because I had
long
been
ago.
doing
I
it
know,
for
but
a while.
Do you remember
Because
it?
I was prepped for like 3 months for that
Yeah.
audition. Because we drove 3 hours.
But
from
then
Houston
things
to
got
Austin.
better
Oh,
after
geez.
that. Do you remember booking your first job?
I do.
Which one was
well,
it?
I remember booking my first job in LA. I have no idea what my first job generally was.
Was that a Texas
It
thing?
was probably like a print job in Houston.
Yeah.
Cowboy hats. For baby cowboy hats.
Yeah, Boot Barn.
Houston is not as like Wild West as people immediately assume.
Cracker
Have you
Barrel.
been to Houston?
Yes.
No,
It's
we just
like-
immediately jump to stereotypes. That's
it's
what we
like-
do on this show.
I've been to the
Houston is like Los Angeles, but with taller buildings and slightly more cowboy hats.
Right.
Houston has taller buildings than Los Angeles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never been to Houston. I don't know.
Los
And
Angeles,
it
the
has a-
skyline is lame.
It really is.
Right.
Can we be honest?
Oh, you can.
Houston has
You
got
could
an
be as
amazing
honest as
skyline.
your publicist allows you to be.
I'm looking away from my publicist right now because she's probably like.
It's for the best. Don't look at her.
Yeah. It's all right. Don't worry. You're fine. You're fine. Relax.
We've had Disney people in here before.
Yeah, you're fine. Have we had? Yeah, we
Yeah,
have. And
we have.
Nickelodeon people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't probably talk. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
no.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Here comes the drone.
Listen,
Oh,
listen,
boy.
listen. For everything that people say about like a Disney Nick rivalry,
Uh-oh, here he goes.
I've never had issues with it.
Okay.
You've never
Good.
gotten to war with bottles and chains with the
It's
Disney
not like the Jets and
Nickelodeon
the
kids?
Sharks.
It's no.
You guys
Oh,
never
okay, that's
snapped
good.
down an alleyway?
How many how many tickets to Disneyland a year do you get for working for Disney?
I mean, it's really difficult to get my hands on them,
Really?
but I can get my hands on free tickets. Yes.
And can you get into the super exclusive cool club that's at Disneyland?
Club 33?
Yeah.
In theory, I haven't tried it yet.
What?
Well,
Do it and come back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe
if you
you'd like to
want.
take a couple of podcasters with you.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I have that much.
He's like,
pull.
I'm not sure if I want to hang out with Mark Maron, though.
You guys are being very
He's like-
presumptuous.
He's like, you mean Joe Rogan? Or who are you talking about?
From what I know about Club 33,
yeah.
is it has a very strict dress code.
Uh-huh.
You have to be wearing full pants.
Oh, well, there Marty's
and
out.
Full
I
length
only wear
shirts
capris.
with buttons. And let me just tell you, I don't want to go to Disneyland in a button-down shirt and khakis.
Favorite ride at Disneyland?
Goofy Sky School. It's not at Disneyland. It's at
California Adventure?
yes.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you about it.
Okay.
It is an old, kind of rickety metal roller coaster.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And I love it to death. I can't tell you why. Roller coasters absolutely terrify me, and I love Goofy Sky School.
Nice.
There's something about it. Has like 3 drops, and that's it. And they're both like 2 feet tall, and I love it, and it's fun.
All right.
And the lines are always super short, and you can
do
get
you go
a
on
fast
the
pass
Do you
for
go
it.
on the
It's
big
like,
roller coasters too, though?
no.
No?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
no.
Josh, I'm gonna take you out to
No,
Willow
I'm
Springs.
a big old baby.
But have you ever been on a big roller coaster before? And then
No.
hated it and then didn't want to go back on it?
No, I start like I start to get like you know the feeling of like bile rising in your throat.
I'm the same
Oh,
way.
boy.
Right when I get near a large roller coaster,
Yeah.
anything with like
Is
a
it the
drop,
heights? What do you think it is?
it's the feeling of your stomach coming right up into your throat.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know, but what
it's like
what gives you that feeling? The heights, the drop,
it's
the G's,
screaming,
all of
and
it.
it's the feeling of this
Yeah.
when you drop.
Oh, you don't
It's
like the feel. I get you.
I
All
don't
right.
like the feel like other and when I get off of a roller coaster I'm like, yeah, that was awesome. And then
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't want to do it again though.
Oh, okay. I
That's
once
not a thing
rode.
that I want to do.
I once rode the Colossus at Six Flags Magic Mountain
No,
here.
thank you.
Well, you're going to say that again after I tell you the story.
There's a big old group of Disney kids today who are going to Six Flags, and I was invited, and I was like,
Right, because this is a much better place to be.
Well, let me tell you this story, Josh.
This
if I
podcast.
liked it, I would have.
I was
gone.
on this roller coaster.
But-
There's a big long line. I'm on the roller coaster. It starts kind of lightly raining, so the line clears out, and everyone runs for cover because it's like, oh,
'Cause it's
melting.
Six
I gotta
Flags.
run.
It's LA.
And so I was on the roller coaster though, and it comes back into the station, and there's like not really anyone waiting, or at least for the row that I was in. So the guy was like, "You want to go again?" We're like, "Sweet!" So like, didn't even get out of the chairs. Basically,
Oh, that's
is what I'm
cool.
trying to get at. And so we did it again. Great. Come back into the house. Want to go again? Sure. Did it again. Come back into the house. You want to go again? Sure. The roller coaster starts with a super huge drop, which goes into a corkscrew.
Yep.
On the fourth time around, it goes down the drop, starts to go around the corkscrew, and I lost vision.
What?
Yeah, I had what fighter pilots call a brownout. This is a
Oh,
true thing
yes.
where you literally go blind because the blood rushes. That's why they wear the G suits, the fighter pilots, to
'Cause
keep
it keeps your
it
blood.
squeezes
Yes,
their
I
legs
know
and
what this
keeps the
is,
blood
yes.
up.
They're all supposed
up
to.
high.
They're supposed to talk or say something or hum or like.
Something like that.
There's
maybe.
a thing. There,
Yeah.
But
there
I
are
was-
things that they do.
Yeah.
I was on the roller coaster, me and Mrs. Davern, and it's going into the corkscrew, and I literally was like, so I have full motor function. I'm like grabbing at her, and I'm going, "Are my eyes open? Are my eyes open?" And she goes, "Yeah, you're staring right at me." And I was like, "I can't see." And then by the time I got back into the house, I could see
You were
again.
fine.
But it was a crazy experience, Josh.
Dad, I'm never going on a roller coaster.
No,
again.
it was after the fourth time though.
See, you know
so
what-
just in moderation, my boy. Listen,
Everything
all
in
things in moderation, including moderation.
Dad
joke.
People
okay.
passing out on roller coasters is like my favorite YouTube channel to watch.
Oh, that sounds crazy.
You seen that?
That's the slingshot ride.
you
Everyone
seen
always
that-
passes out on that.
Is it GIF or GIF? Here.
It's
GIF.
GIF.
It's GIF. Thank you.
GIF.
Have you seen the GIF of like the boy in the fighter pilot, and he goes like he gets his lights knocked out basically
You mean
from
he's
the
in a-
G-force?
he's in a
like you
jet?
see him, he's in a fighter jet.
Yeah.
From some kind of random thing, and you see him, and they pull up really fast, and you
his
see his
face
whole
melts.
face start to peel back, and then he pops down like,
Oh yeah.
and then he pops back up with the biggest smile on
Oh
his face.
man.
You
Dream.
just have to think like a few brain cells lost
my
in there,
biggest,
Oh, yeah.
my biggest dream to like fly with like the Blue
Like a
Angels
Blue
or
Angels, yes.
something like that.
I just want to fly it myself though. I want to.
I'd go for getting my pilot's license. That
yeah.
would be
insane.
fun.
Really? You get
Yes.
scared driving a car, but you're gonna have
And
no
roller
problem
coasters.
flying
Yes,
a plane.
indeed.
Really?
I love planes. Really like planes. Think planes
I have
are cool.
a feeling, Josh, that if you and I went out to Willow Springs and drove some race cars, you'd love it.
I'd be game.
I think you'd love it.
I'm game.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah,
go
Yeah.
You
All
like
right.
flying?
All
though?
right. We'll do it.
tomorrow.
We'll do it. Let's shoot a YouTube video.
I'm game.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right? That'd be fun.
Sure. Am
Now,
I
Josh,
invited or
I know
no?
you
Race
were
cars?
only 10 months old when you got an agent, so this might be a hard
For
question
sure.
for you to answer. But, like, I mean, what got you into acting in the first place?
My mom.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That,
But then why do you stick with it? You just love it, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
And
What do you love so much
and
about
I
it?
mean, to an extent, it's also the only thing that I've ever done.
Okay. But if you hated it, you'd quit.
I've only had 10 months of my life where I wasn't an actor.
Really?
And those 10 months, I basically was. I mean, you've had a 10-month-old.
Sure.
What do?
I don't know.
They poop and eat.
I don't know. You'd have
That's
to ask
most
my wife.
of what you do for.
I'm never around, Josh. I'm always podcasting.
He's a good
You sound
man.
like a great dad.
He's just a good man in general.
No, listen. So, but
I
what
had that impression really
What
fast.
do you love so much about the biz, though?
I don't know.
Capital Z.
You know what I say when people ask me? Free food. It's my favorite thing.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
I mean, it's awesome.
I mean, yeah.
See? It's
I
a good
think
answer.
Got me
There's
thinking.
a certain rush.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain feeling when you get a new job
Sure.
where it is. I mean, it's something that I can't explain in human words beyond like It's like something.
good enough.
I mean, that's what it is.
It's that feeling of
it's
getting
this
off a roller coaster, sort of.
Yes.
Except for without the
it's
bile.
exactly that, but without the bile.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little bit of bile.
Sure, okay.
But mostly with no bile.
Right.
And there's this feel, and whenever you get a new part, no matter how big or small, and it's these tears of joy, and it's amazing. It's the best feeling in the world. You can
That's
No, you're fine.
bumped your
Don't worry
camera.
about it.
It's the best feeling in the world. There is nothing like it.
That's awesome, man.
But
Sorry, you can cut that.
What'd you say? No, don't repeat it. Stop.
Don't repeat it.
Stop. We'll just cut it out. Stop.
cut it out.
I also overheard that you were at the Radio Disney Awards last night.
I was.
How was that?
I'm a little tired.
How was that?
It was awesome.
Yeah?
It was kind of my first time having people legitimately recognize me, because I mean the show hasn't been out that long.
Right.
And it was really my first time at an event where people were like, "Ah, it's Joshua! Oh my God!" It was weird, man.
Yeah.
More feelings that I can't describe.
I was there,
Were you?
And Marty
I
was
was-
the one
I
screaming.
was the one screaming.
Yeah, he was the one screaming.
fanning in my face.
No, keep going. More feelings you can't describe.
Yeah, no, it's having people who like know your name just by seeing
Did
your
you take
face.
a lot of selfies with
I
people?
took a lot of selfies.
Yeah.
I signed a lot of autographs.
Nice.
And I loved every minute of it. I think at some point it'll become something where I'm like,
Yeah, you're gonna hate it.
this
Yeah.
sucks.
you're
It
gonna be
sucks.
so.
Well, remember-
Yeah.
No.
Perspective.
So many autographs.
Remember how fun
Oh.
it was.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Don't ever lose that.
That's
But
right.
now, today, somebody comes up to me and is like, "Are you Joshua?" And I go, "Yeah, yeah," and it's awesome.
I love it.
And
Good, man.
And I will take selfies with you, and I want to ask you how you know who I am.
Right.
Yeah.
Like all kinds of kids kept coming up to me and being like, "Can I give you a hug? Thank you for like your work." And I was like, "Yeah."
They mean when you were 10 months old. They love that work the most.
Right. The print ad.
They
yeah.
love all the print ads, baby cowboy.
No,
hats.
that's awesome, man. And seriously, like on a serious note, I like what Marty said. Like just never lose that, man.
Yeah.
Like, keep
Yeah.
that excitement
Those
about
are the
it.
best people.
Really,
You
because
don't want to be Greg
uh,
Sulkin, do you?
I haven't.
Josh, you want to play a game? Let that
Let's
lie.
play a game.
Josh, you want to play a game?
Let's play again.
All right, we're gonna play the IMDb game. Wait, hold on. Maybe we
Haven't
won't.
you
Maybe
already
we
done
will. Maybe
this?
we won't.
Haven't we already
We
delved
haven't
deep
even
enough
gotten into
my
Andy Mack
IMDb?
at all. We should ask you about Andy Mack.
Please.
When's it air? What time's it on?
Andy Mack is on at 7:30, 8:30. No, 8:30, 7:30 Central. There we go. 8:30, 7:30 Central on Disney Channel.
on Disney
every
Channel.
Friday.
And you play Cyrus.
I play Cyrus
Who is
Goodman.
Cyrus? Tell us about Cyrus.
Cyrus is a pretty quirky, fun kid.
Yeah.
He is. He makes up this kind of not to use another word that you may or may not know, Brett. But he forms a part of this kind of triumvirate.
He definitely does not know what that means.
I'm out. I'm out. No
a
idea.
triumvirate. It comes from. Do you mind if I use this?
No,
pad?
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just skip
it comes
over
from
it.
this.
Don't open that pad.
You don't even have to
Roman-
explain
fine.
it. It's fine.
He's a member of this group of three. Triumvirate.
Try. Right.
And it's formed by these three kids.
If you first you
Andy-
don't succeed, Josh, try again.
Triumvirate again.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's Brett's motto.
With Andy, Buffy, and Cyrus,
Mm-hmm.
and Cyrus is very cool. Buffy is very hot-headed. She's always really quick to jump to like, we gotta make a decision, and it needs to be the extreme one. We're
Oh.
gonna dump people's shoes in the toilet.
She's the
And
Monica.
Cyrus is more like,
Yeah.
let's figure out what's going on. You know,
Oh.
like let's work it out.
He's the Joey.
Yeah.
He's the Joey.
I don't.
That's all right.
I don't
And then
follow
who's
that
the third
It's
one?
fine.
The third one is the titular character, Andy Mack.
That was another word. You just call me another name?
Yeah.
You talking to me? And then what's Andy Mack?
Andy Mack
What's her deal?
can take these two sides and make them a logical decision. So what happens?
She's the
kind of-
glue.
It's a little bit of a show. I mean, I hate to use words that are used to describe the greatest television shows of our generation.
Go for it.
But it's a show about nothing in a way, and in another way, it creates something.
Okay.
And it's
Seinfeld
really
for kids.
Seinfeld for kids.
Nice.
In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, it is Seinfeld for kids.
Well, it's going really good, and you're having a blast on it, right?
It is, yes. So,
That's
so
good.
what sets the whole thing in motion, and what is exciting about this show is we find out in the first episode that the woman who Andy thought was her sister, whose name is Bex, is actually her mother.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a Jack Nicholson thing, right?
It is, yes. That is where
Yeah.
the creator got the idea from.
Really?
Yes.
See, man,
Jack
I told
Nicholson.
you all this useless stuff in my head would
You don't
come
know what
around
titular
someday.
means, but
Jack Nicholson, for his whole life, thought that his
Sister.
mom was his sister
mom was
or
his-
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They didn't tell him till like really late in life.
Yes. And Andy gets to find it out at age 13.
Interesting.
And she goes through the entire first season trying to find out how to deal with this revelation.
Interesting.
And she has her two best friends She has a boy that she has a crush on named Jonah Beck. And she has her 2 best friends always there
Nice.
to help her out.
Very cool.
It's cool.
So
it's fun.
Give the time and date again.
Andy Mack, Disney Channel, 8:30, 7:30 Central.
Nice.
Every Friday.